It's the World News Roundup, and we're from Amman, Jordan. We're the best news team ever assembled. World News Roundup, yeah, World News Roundup, World News Roundup. We're from Amman, Jordan. We're the best news team ever.
Good evening, and welcome to this Casual Wednesday edition of World News Roundup from Amman, Jordan. I'm Nikki Kling.
And I'm Adam Simons. This week, Palestine's ruling party, Hamas, has declared that they will no longer view Mahmoud Abbas as the legitimate Palestinian president. The group claims they will fill the position with one of their own leaders by January. Fatah, Abbas's party, calls this move an attempt to sabotage efforts to reconcile the Palestinian division.
In other news, with Iraqi's first provincial elections in 4 years just around the corner, lingering fear bred by rampant crime and small but die-hard insurgency has left many Iraqi women afraid to run in the elections. A law paving the way for the new vote to be held on January 31st maintains that 25% quota must be met for women positions for parliament and provincial councils. But in the past elections, names did not appear on the ballot, only numbers and symbols identified with political parties. In the new vote, the names of candidates must be presented to voters. The change has activists worried that there won't be enough women to meet the 25% threshold.
A Hungarian plane was intercepted in Iranian airspace and force landed last Tuesday after Iranian officials said the plane strayed off course. The plane was at first believed by Iran to be American, which was the cause for much concern in the midst of political tensions between the two countries.
In Jerusalem, Yazan Khalif has no shortage of big dreams. Aspiring to be a pilot, the young Arab Israeli entering the 10th grade is also trying to change the whole world. Yazan might not be starting any kind of a global revolution, but he is taking part of an educational experiment that could profoundly affect Israel. He's among 14 students who started this year in Israel's first bilingual Jewish-Arab high school. It's a radical development for a country where most schools are segregated, and one that its founders hope will spark a national rethink about education.
Wow, what an inspiring story, Nikki.
You gosh darn bet it was. And now we have Kiana with our following news segments.
Take it away, Kiana.
Thanks, guys. In an interview with President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad that occurred last week, he had many criticisms to say about America. He claimed that U.S. economic problems are 10 times worse than those in Iran, and he defended Iran's uranium enrichment program by saying that they were trying to create nuclear energy, not nuclear weapons. He criticized America's good relations with countries that have nuclear relations and bad relations with those that just want to have peaceful nuclear energy like Iran. President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad talked about Iraqis' internal problems belonging to the Iraqi people and that they can make their own decisions, and whatever they choose to do to solve their problems, Iran will support their decisions. Elections in Iran are coming up soon, so make sure to register to vote. Middle East stock markets plunge. Shares on the main Arab stock markets have fallen sharply amid concern this financial crisis going on in the US and Europe and is spreading into the Middle East. Markets in Europe and the Cairo stock market have closed. Iran unveils a plan for a woman's car. It is specially designed for a woman. It has featured automatic transmission, parking and navigation aids, and a jack for changing tires without getting grease on your chador. Iran's biggest car producer, says it will come within a range of feminine colors and interior designs. Other features are proposed to make it easier for women while they are doing their family shopping and taking their kids to school. So what do you guys think about this new design?
You know, I kind of like the black pumps.
Oh, okay.
On Saturday, Egyptian authorities discovered 3 tunnels between the shared border of Egypt and Gaza. The tunnels are a part of a smuggling operation that puts basic goods in the hands of those living in Gaza. Live on the scene, we have Dan Brown reporting. Dan, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Dan, tell us, what's going on with these tunnels?
Sure thing. Underneath the Egypt-Gaza Strip border, where I am right now, there exist hundreds of these tunnels designed to smuggle goods into Gaza. Their existence is somewhat of an open secret, but this Saturday, Egyptian authorities found and shut down 3 of them.
What types of goods were found in these tunnels?
Well, originally they were used to smuggle weapons, an obvious cause for concern. But as of late, the tunnels were being used to bring in things like chocolate, shoes, soda, just basic goodies.
So what exactly is the problem with these tunnels?
Well, for one thing, they are dangerous. More than 35 people have died in the tunnels this year alone. And on the surface, it appears that both sides would prefer to, well, do their business on the surface. But political complications make things, well, pretty complicated.
Thanks for the report.
I'm going back in the tunnel now. Goodbye.
That's all for this week's edition of World News Roundup. From Amman, Jordan, I'm Adam Simons.
And I'm Nikki Kling.
Good night.
Peace in the Middle East.
World News Roundup. World News Roundup. We're from Amman, Jordan. We're the best news team ever.